And the men of Israel and of Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou came to the valley and the gates of Ekron, and the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way of Sharaim, even unto Goth and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought them into Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent. And when Saul saw David go forth against the Philistine, he said to Abner, the captain of the host, Abner, whose son is this you? And Abner said, as thy soul liveth, O king, I cannot tell. And the king said, inquire thou whose son the stripling is. And as David returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, Abner took him and brought him before Saul, with the head of the Philistine in his hand. And Saul said unto him, whose son art thou, thou young man? And David answered, I am the son of thy servant Jesse, the Bethlehemite. All right. So, the point is, David, handled that situation all through the spirit from of the Heavenly Father. That's why he said, I come in the name of the Lord, and you come with all these different weapons and perks, that I don't have and that I don't need. All right. So the point of the matter was, the spirit was on David. All right. So back that up with a little precept. Ecclesiasticus 47 and I start at 4. Slew he not Slock. I'll start at 1. And after him rose up Nathan to prophesy unto the time of David, as the fat taken away from the peace offering. So was David chosen out of the children of Israel. He played with lions and wild as with kids, and with bears as with lambs. Slew he not a giant when he was yet but young, and did he not take away reproach from the people when he lifted up his hand with the with the stone and the sling, and beat down the boasting of Goliath? For he called upon the Most High Lord Yahweh, and he gave him strength in his right hand to slay the mighty warrior, and set up the throne of his people. So that was all spirit through the Lord of Yahweh. He called upon the Heavenly Father. All right, and when the Heavenly Father is with you, no one can stand against you. So let me the precept. Back that up. Romans 8:31. What shall we say then? What shall we say then, Slot? What shall we then say to these things? If the Most High be for us, who can be against us? So no one can stand against us when we got Yahweh Bashem Yahushua by our side. No one. All right, but that's the spiritual powers, the Heavenly Father spirit that he may put on you, to carry out certain things. All right, so with that, I want to go to some more men of the certain spiritual powers. Go to David's mighty men. So that's 2 Samuel. Matter of fact, I want to go to no, you know what? Before David's mighty men, I want to go to other things about King David. So that's 2 Samuel 22 and 30. It says, I want to pull out a clip before I bring that out. See, that's Salah Akim. That's Satan that be doing that, man. That's Satan. That's really Satan. at all times. That's crazy. I could have all this bullshit up on my YouTubes. It'll never go down. But when I want to make a lesson or something, it don't want to now. It don't want to just stick up there and stay there for you. That's bullshit, man. Say Lakia, bear with me. That's bullshit, man. I don't like when they do that shit. So we're at 2 Samuel, the 22nd chapter, verse 30.
It's not uncommon for autistic kids to flap their hands. And so when I...
So starting at verse 30 says, for by thee
I don't always agree with her, but she's reasonable and she's smart. She can work with people to solve problems. I want to be able to tell my kids that I did the right thing when
it's not but foolishness. That spiritual power, boy. We're gonna be like a bunch of Hancocks running around. Lord willing, if I be part of that number. So that's gonna be when people see that strength, they're gonna be amazed at looking at you when they see you. They're gonna see that spiritual power on you. Let me get another one before I read these scripts. See, I had it already all set up and everything, you know. That's Satan just trying to hinder you from doing your work, you know. Even though it's just a couple of videos, I want to try to make it a little visual to you, you know. Alright, so let's continue on. 2 Samuel, chapter 22, starting at verse 30. For by thee I have run through a troop, but by my power I have leaped over a wall. So David, that's spiritual power. You running through a troop of men. And then he says what? He have leaped over a wall. Now we don't know how tall this wall is, but I can imagine it's pretty tall, because he's speaking of it. It says, as for the Most High, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to all of them that trust in him. For who is the Most High, save Yahweh? And who is the rock, save our power? The Most High is a strength and power, and he maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. Do you know how strong steel is? To be broken by his arm? That's like one of them the characters on X-Men. The dude that be punching the walls in his arms. It just be bending all types of metals. I forgot his name, but if you watch the movie, you probably pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. But it says, he teaches my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by my arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy gentleness have made me perfect. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. I have pursued my enemies and destroyed them, and turned not again until I have consumed them. And I have consumed them and wounded them, that they could not arise. Yea, they are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength to battle. Them that arose up against me, hast thou subdued under me. Thou hast also given me the necks of thine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They looked, but there was none to save, even unto Yahweh, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them as small as the dust of the earth. I did stamp them as the mire of the street, and did spread them abroad. Thou also hast delivered me from the strivings of my people. Thou hast kept me to be head of the heathen. A people which I knew not shall serve me. Alright. So you say he was beating people down to powder to the earth like ashes, And when you read the story of King David, King David was ruling. He was as king, he was pummeling these nations, all these heathens. So good to the point where when his son Solomon reigned after him, he was able to rule in peace because his dad was fighting all the wars, What did I want to go to? I also wanted to since we're right here, we're going up to David's mighty men. So that's the next chapter, 2 Samuel 23. It says, second, yep. Second Samuel 23, start at verse 8.
I have no idea what's in
It
this.
says,
But with this USB
see, this
seal,
is that
I know
bullshit.
exactly
They
what's
always
in my
want to play
Nature Made
these
gummies.
dumbass
Nature
ads,
Made has the
man.
first gummy certified by
Lock it
USP,
again
a
for these
nonprofit
dumbass ads
organization that
locking.
sets purity and potency standards.
Stupid ass shit, man. Starting at verse 8. These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Techomite that sat in his seat chief among the captains. The same was Adino the Eznite. He lifted up his spear against 800 whom he slew at one time. So that's that spiritual power is given from the Heavenly Father. He slew 800 men at one time. You can't tell me them not spiritual powers. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahoite. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names correctly, but forgive me. One of the three mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines that that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away.